What China has done, it's created socialism with Chinese characteristics. And that has produced more economic development and social progress than in its scale and size and global impact in history. China has created a unique form of government that is it corrects the deficiencies of a lot of other systems of democratic and non-democratic government. It's called socialism with Chinese characteristics, or people-centered government, or whole process people's democracy. Any society has to have a representative government. If you have 1 billion people, or as in America, 330 million people, you have to have representatives of those people to govern. The big problem in any country is how you pick the representatives and how you make them responsible to the people generally. Lincoln summarized that ideal as government of the people, for the people, and by the people. The problem is government for the people is something that other countries like the United States has not achieved. But China has, to me, a book written 2,300 years ago called Plato's Republic is the key to understanding China in 2023. Plato talked about an ideal human society in which a group of guardians were chosen based on their character and their abilities to rule a society. To me, the CPC is like China's guardian party. It created the People's Republic of China, and it has guided it in this tremendous economic development and poverty alleviation. Out of 1.4 billion people, China has generated what Plato would call a philosopher-statesman. What's the difference between a professional politician and a philosopher-statesman? The difference is you have an entire system of thought, which is called Xi Jinping thought, which plans, and it sets a mindset not only for within the party, but within the NCP and the CCPC, and amongst the 1.4 billion people. So you have a philosopher-statesman leader. Now, you have a philosopher and statesman leader who imagines not only common prosperity for all Chinese, and that's socialism, but who imagines a shared future, a shared constructive future for mankind. This is what China's modernization has presented, a new way to modernize, what I call socialist modernization, as opposed to capitalist modernization. And that is a gift. Simply proving that socialism works in creating economic and social progress gives 200 nations around the world a different choice. And that China is unique in providing that leadership for the world. An outfit in Denmark recently took a survey, and they found that the people of China had the most trust in their government of any country in the world. And that is because they have seen the success of China's Guardian Party in creating all this economic and social progress. So China's people are justifiably confident in what China has achieved and what its prospects are in the future. In the West, it was thought, well, socialism you could never modernize a country economically with socialism because it just doesn't work. China has demonstrated it really works. China has shown it's capable of successful long-term economic planning. Other countries that have multiple competing elections all the time cannot do effective long-term social or economic planning. I think it will take 2 or 3 generations for the Americans to get over becoming the second largest economy. That another system of government, socialism, produces more wealth and more social progress. We're not perfect. the West is shocked that there is a new way to modernize, that it is soon going to be the largest economy in the world. So the foreigners are in a process of adjusting. They had looked down on the Chinese. They had underestimated the Chinese. And the society, the civilization that burnt its boats, because it didn't want to be polluted by foreign influences. Peace through strength, I think, is the theory.